Most men today are lost, weak, distracted, soft. They waste hours scrolling, chasing pleasure, avoiding pain, and then they wonder why nobody respects them, why they feel empty, why life doesn't give them what they want. Listen carefully. The world doesn't care about your excuses. It only respects results. To become a masculine man, you must reject weakness. You must reject laziness. A man who hides from responsibility, who avoids struggle, who drowns himself in comfort, will never be respected. Masculinity is discipline. Masculinity is control. Masculinity is standing tall when the world tries to break you. It's waking up early, training your body, sharpening your mind, building your wealth, and protecting those you love. A real man doesn't cry when life gets heavy. He carries the weight and keeps moving forward. He doesn't run from fear. He faces it. He doesn't sit around waiting for motivation. He creates it through action. And here's the truth. You already know what you should be doing. Stop eating like trash. Stop wasting hours on nonsense. Stop hiding behind excuses. Pick up the responsibility of being a man and embrace the struggle. Because struggle is where masculinity is born. Comfort destroys men. Pain builds them. Every time you choose discipline over comfort, you grow stronger. Every time you face fear instead of running, you become harder to break. 2025 is not the year to play small. It's not the year to complain. It's the year to rise, the year to build, the year to stand up and say, I will not be weak. I will not be average. I will become unbreakable. Masculinity has never been built in comfort. It has always been built in discipline. A man who chooses comfort every day is a man who slowly destroys his own potential, because comfort whispers, stay in bed, take it easy, you deserve to relax. But discipline whispers something far more powerful. Get up, do the work, prove yourself. And the man who listens to that second voice is the man who rises above the crowd. Comfort is seductive because it asks nothing of you. It tells you that you're fine exactly where you are. But deep down you know that isn't true. The man who indulges in comfort wakes up years later, wondering where his strength went, where his respect went, where his life went. He doesn't realize that every small act of laziness added up, every easy choice compounded into weakness. Discipline, on the other hand, is uncomfortable in the moment but transformative over time. Waking up earlier than you want to, training when you feel tired, pushing through when your mind screams to stop. These are the battles that forge character, and here's the psychology of it. Every act of discipline rewires your identity. Each time you force yourself to act against your impulses, you reinforce the belief that you are a man in control of himself. That belief becomes unshakable. And once a man truly believes he controls himself, he becomes someone very few can control. Philosophically, discipline is freedom. It's paradoxical but true. The man who cannot say no to his cravings, his laziness, his distractions, he's not free, he's a slave to them. The man who disciplines himself is free because he chooses his path deliberately. He doesn't drift, he directs. He doesn't beg for life to get easier. He gets stronger. So you have to decide, do you want the temporary comfort that weakens you, or the temporary discomfort that transforms you? You can't have both. Masculinity lives in discipline. Weakness lives in comfort. And if you want to be respected, if you want to feel unbreakable, if you want to live as a man who commands his own life, you must choose discipline every single day. Because in the end, discipline isn't suffering. Discipline is strength. The world has no interest in your excuses. It only pays attention to what you produce, what you achieve, and what you become. You can sit there for hours explaining why you didn't succeed, why you didn't get in shape, why you didn't build the business, why you're not where you want to be, but nobody cares. Excuses might feel comforting to you, but to the outside world, they're invisible. People only respect results. Think about it. If two men walk into a room, one with a strong body, a sharp mind, and a clear presence, and the other with excuses about why he doesn't train, why he doesn't read, why life has been unfair, who gets the respect, who gets listened to, who gets the opportunities? It's not the man with excuses. It's the man with results. Excuses are dangerous because they give you temporary relief while stealing your future. You convince yourself you had no time, no resources, no luck, and for a moment you feel justified. But excuses don't build anything. They don't pay your bills. They don't strengthen your body. They don't move you forward. Results do. Psychologically, excuses are a trap because they reinforce weakness. Every time you explain away your lack of action, you strengthen the identity of a man who doesn't follow through. But when you force yourself to deliver results, no matter how small, you create evidence that you are capable, and evidence builds belief. That belief compounds into confidence, and confidence backed by results is what earns respect. Philosophically, results are the proof of discipline. They are the physical manifestation of your choices. You can't hide from them. They expose the truth about how you've been living, and that's why they matter so much, because results are undeniable. People can argue with your words, they can question your excuses, but they cannot deny your results. So stop clinging to reasons why you can't, and start producing reasons why you can. Build the body, build the bank account, build the skill set, because at the end of the day, the world doesn't remember the excuses you gave. It only remembers the results you created. And if you want respect, if you want to stand out, if you want to feel powerful, forget the excuses and deliver the results. A real man doesn't run from fear, he faces it. Fear is the test life puts in front of you to see if you're worthy of growth. Every time you avoid it, you shrink. Every time you confront it, you expand. Most men think bravery means not feeling fear, but that's wrong. True courage is acting despite fear, carrying on when your hands shake, your chest tightens, and your mind tells you to run. That's where strength is forged, inside the fire of fear, and with fear comes responsibility. Masculinity has always been tied to responsibility because responsibility is weight. It's the burden of leadership, the pressure of protecting, the demand of providing. Weak men try to escape responsibility, thinking freedom comes from having nothing on their shoulders. But that's not freedom. It's emptiness. A man without responsibility has no purpose. Psychologically, fear and responsibility are connected. Responsibility creates fear because it demands more of you. If you're responsible for your family, your business, your own future, you will feel the weight of that responsibility. And yes, it's uncomfortable. But that pressure is exactly what shapes you into someone who can handle more. Think of it like training. You don't grow stronger by lifting nothing. You grow stronger by lifting weight. Responsibility is the weight that builds your character. Philosophically, responsibility is the essence of masculinity. A man proves himself not by how much he avoids, but by how much he can endure and still move forward. And when you accept responsibility fully, you stop blaming others. You stop waiting for rescue. You realize your life is in your hands, and that truth both terrifies you and liberates you at the same time. So the question is simple. When fear shows up, do you run or do you move forward anyway? When responsibility calls, do you hide or do you step up and carry it? Because every choice either weakens you or strengthens you. A real man embraces responsibility. A real man walks straight into fear. And if you want to live with respect, with purpose, with power, then stop running, stop hiding, and start carrying the weight that was meant to make you stronger. Comfort is the silent killer of men. It feels harmless, even enjoyable, but it strips you of your edge. The more you lean into comfort, the softer you become. And the softer you become, the less capable you are of facing the inevitable struggles of life. Because whether you like it or not, life is filled with pain, hardship, and challenge. If you hide from those things, they will eventually crush you. But if you seek them out, if you willingly step into discomfort, they will make you unstoppable. Struggle has always been the teacher of men. Pain has always been the forge where masculinity is shaped. Think about the strongest men you know, not physically, but mentally, emotionally, spiritually. They didn't get there by living an easy life. They became who they are because they endured, because they faced rejection, loss, discipline, and sacrifice. Pain carved them into something tougher than the average man. Psychologically, comfort weakens your resilience. It teaches your mind that the path of least resistance is the only path worth taking. So when real difficulty shows up, you're unprepared. But when you train yourself through discomfort, through hard work, through sweat, through sacrifice, you're no longer shocked when life gets hard. You've rehearsed hardship. You've built calluses on your mind. That's why soldiers, fighters, entrepreneurs, men who deal with stress daily are calmer under pressure. They've normalized discomfort philosophically. Struggle gives life meaning. Without resistance, growth is impossible. A man who never faces difficulty never knows his limits. He never discovers what he's truly capable of. But the man who willingly steps into pain realizes that suffering is not the enemy. It's the path to strength, wisdom, and mastery. So if you want to grow, stop chasing comfort. Stop building a life designed only to avoid pain. Choose the harder road on purpose. Lift the heavier weight. Take the harder responsibility. Face the fear you've been avoiding. Because every ounce of struggle you accept now is an investment in the strength you'll carry forever. Remember this. Comfort makes you weak. Struggle makes you a man. A man cannot call himself masculine if he is neglecting the pillars of his existence: his body, his mind, his wealth, and his ability to protect. These are the four foundations that separate men. Lead from men who are led. Ignore even one of them and you will feel incomplete. Strength without intelligence is wasted. Intelligence without resources is powerless. Wealth without discipline collapses. And protection without the will to use it is nothing more than a fantasy. Your body is the first battlefield. If you cannot master your own body, how can you master anything else? A strong, disciplined body isn't just about muscles. It's about self-respect. It shows the world you have control over yourself. Every workout, every clean meal, every rep is a declaration: I am not weak. And when you walk into a room, people feel that. They don't respect you because you demand it. They respect you because you've earned it. Then comes the mind. A sharp body with a dull mind is a wasted weapon. Reading, thinking, strategizing. These are the tools that keep you ahead. A man who doesn't sharpen his mind becomes a slave to others who have. Discipline of thought, the ability to focus, the ability to think critically. This is what separates the builders from the followers. Wealth is next. Not because money is everything, but because without it, you are limited. Money is freedom. Money is leverage. Money gives you the ability to protect, to provide, to lead. A man who refuses to pursue wealth is choosing chains, whether he admits it or not. And finally, protection. A man must be dangerous, but in control of that danger. It's not about picking fights. It's about knowing you can end one if you have to. It's about being a shield for the people you love. Protection isn't just physical. It's also emotional, financial, and spiritual. A true man creates an environment where those around him feel safe. These four pillars are not optional. They are the standard. Ignore them and you weaken. Master them and you become undeniable, because masculinity isn't proven by words. It's proven by what you build, what you protect, and who you become. 2025 cannot be just another year in your life. It cannot be another year of excuses, wasted hours, and empty promises to yourself. Time is moving whether you act or not, and every day you delay is another day you never get back. If you've been living half asleep, waiting for some perfect moment to start, understand this. The perfect moment doesn't exist. There's only now, and the man who acts now will own the future. This year is your test. The distractions are louder than ever. Weakness is promoted as normal. Society wants men tame, docile, predictable. But you are not here to be average. You are not here to live quietly, blending in with the masses. You are here to rise, to build, to harden yourself into someone unshakable. Building doesn't just mean money or status. It means building every part of yourself, building a body that can endure, building a mind that can strategize, building wealth that gives you freedom, building relationships that are grounded in strength, not weakness, building a life that commands respect. If you don't build, you decay. There's no middle ground. Becoming unbreakable doesn't mean you won't feel pain or setbacks. It means you will not fold when they come. It means that every obstacle makes you sharper instead of weaker. That's the essence of being unbreakable. Life can hit you, but it cannot stop you. People can doubt you, but they cannot break you. And here's the truth you need to absorb. If not now, when? If not this year, then which year? How much longer will you wait to become the man you already know you're meant to be? Because eventually, waiting becomes permanent. And if you let another year pass without action, you'll wake up one day realizing you never lived as the man you could have been. So let 2025 be the line in the sand. Let this be the year you stop waiting and start building. The year you stop breaking and start becoming unbreakable. Because history doesn't remember the excuses, it remembers the men who rose. So ask yourself right now, are you going to stay the same, or are you going to rise as the man you were meant to be? Stop waiting for tomorrow. Stop waiting for permission. The time is now. Become a warrior. Become disciplined. Become a masculine man.